Hello, I'm Brook, one of the mentalism mentors here at the Alakazam Academy. I'm going to be running a 2-day course entitled Low Cost Hard Hitting Mentalism. It's going to readdress the balance of all of those expensive mentalism effects that you see out there, yet you're still going to wow your audiences. On day 1 we will look at walk around and close-up mentalism. On day 2 we're going to look at stage and parlour mentalism. All of the things that you will need for this course essentially will be low cost, or things that you can buy at a stationery store, or you may already own them. Plus, I'm going to be sharing some things I've never shared with the mentalism community before. You will see it here first. And because of the live aspect of the Alakazam Academy, you can ask me questions as I'm lecturing so that you can find out exactly what you need to know. See you on the course.
Hi!
Hey!
What was going to be?
No, you were wrong.
I was
very wrong.
Look at that. Hello and welcome to this Alakazam Live. I'm just going to find you on here so that I can get all of your questions and comments. I am joined by the one and only Mr. Paul Brook.
Oh, me? Yeah, that's right.
It's only me here, so only I can clap, but you guys can clap at home.
You're not loading up, you're just reading your text messages. I can see it.
Yeah, no, I'm generally looking for Alakazam. There we go. So now I can get the messages off the guys. That can load up. Anyhow, last night, I wasn't at your course, so apologies for that.
He's never seen one of my courses, hasn't seen me do anything really.
No, but you're going to show me some stuff today. Is that right?
Maybe.
Come on.
Maybe.
Well, I've heard anyway that...
I don't know, you let us know, guys. Does Dave deserve to see any of my material?
Don't ask him that. Jesus. I can already tell you the answer.
We should just have a general vote about what should happen right now to you.
Well, yeah, they can be mean, so let's not do that.
We have an array of equipment available.
We do. I am literally trying to find you guys questions, and for some reason I can't, but bear with me on it. Anyhow, last night was the first night of this second course.
Yes,
basically.
It was.
So first off, let's just go back. The first course, what were you covering on that, and how is it different to this?
The first course was usable. Well, I think it was called usable mentalism.
Where is this one?
I'm focusing. No, I think it was called usable mentalism.
Right.
I'm so focused on the course that we're doing over these couple of days that I can't remember the title. I think it was called something like usable close-up mentalism.
Or close-up mentalism you will use, or something like that.
No, usable.
Oh, right.
As in, like, it will work.
I'm going to tell you exactly what it was called. Hang on one second.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was called usable close-up mentalism.
Well, let's find out.
Okay, while we're here...
And not because the stuff that I'm doing today isn't usable.
No,
you idiot, you moron, cretinous.
It's a different category, is what we're saying.
Yes.
But if people watched last night and they enjoy your work, they know they're in for a treat tonight. But also they can go back and...
Yeah, if you missed out last night, you missed out on about 4, I think it was, absolutely brand new, unreleased effects. And if you get on today... For today's course, you will get yesterday's recording instantly available, I believe.
Yeah, drop straight in.
Yeah, you get to see some great stuff that's never been seen before. There was lots of great comments on the live chat yesterday. People really enjoying some of the new material. So yeah, it was really nice.
But the whole sort of process is lovely because you do have that live interaction. So you could kind of... Were there any points yesterday? I wasn't there, as we've already established. But were there any points yesterday?
Really selling it, Dave. Really selling it.
No, I'm gutted that I wasn't there. But I wasn't. But what I'm saying is...
Do you want a spade?
No. What I'm saying is... I'm sure that the questions took you in different directions to what you were expecting to even...
Yeah, it makes it a really organic procedure. So when you're... If you were to just watch a video like some of the sort of traditional videos that you watch when you're learning magical mentalism, you literally... The most you can do is pause and rewind. You can't really guide it to what you want. But last night people were asking questions... asking for a bit more detail. Could you go into that specific thing a bit more? Or what would you do in this situation? So they create situations that they might find themselves in, and it enables me to answer those questions. And even stuff that wasn't even about the course necessarily, just mentalism in general, performance. We had some business-based questions that I was happy to answer last night. Obviously, I could only sort of scrape the surface of them. I couldn't really go into some of the questions. I think one of the questions was about procuring trade show and corporate work. I mean, I went on for what felt like an eternity, but it must have only been about 15 minutes. But that you can't.
Good information, though.
It was cracking. Yeah, I put a lot in that 15 minutes, but equally, you know, I could talk about hours.
Yeah.
Talk about it 4 hours. So yeah.
Well, I read a review from last night underneath last night's product, and they're there to read. Guys, if you're interested in this course, head over to the product now and have a read. But someone said they've watched academies before, but it was the first chance that they'd actually had the opportunity to watch it live, and he said that amplified it for him because he could really ask questions that just came to his head in the spare of the moment, and you answered everything. So yeah, it really is.
Was that the guy that was asking like what colour underwear you wearing?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
When was that?
But you were honest.
To the toilet?
You were honest.
Yeah, well, I just told him. I'll tell you up straight. Any questions you want to ask, I will answer them honestly.
Fantastic. So I'm just going to have a little flip through here. We've got a load of people watching out here as well. So in a moment, it's going to perform a trick on me, but also...
It's called an effect in mentalism.
Oh,
get it right.
Sorry, an effect on me.
God,
Pete,
can we get a competent co-host, please?
I would.
You got me the...
I'm sort of sitting over here. As you can see, I'm slouching at the moment because I was just putting something in my pocket. Caught me a little bit unawares.
I would come and join you, but I'm really busy.
I'm just too busy over here. So yes, I am.
If you don't want me
manning the
here,
chat.
I do want you here, mate. I do.
Well, last night's course, while I'm on here as well. I'm back. Last night's course, if you didn't watch it, was great. It was so much fun. But for me, there were a few moments on there that really caught me off guard, and one of them you're going to see in a moment, which was an unpublished effect.
Yeah, so it's not been out anywhere, not in written format. Shared it with possibly a handful of friends. That's all.
And it's amazing, and it's something that straight away. Well, I would say there's two effects that you did last night that I'm definitely going to make up today. That's how much I liked them. One of them you're going to show Dave in a moment. Yeah. So if anyone's interested, check the site later on. But the one you're going to do on Dave, I just think is simple, brilliant, low cost, and hard hitting.
Low cost or high impact.
Or high impact, depending on whatever I decide to say. But yeah, that was great. The pen, what a fantastic idea, and that really caught me off guard because I must have looked away for a second, come back, and I thought, what the hell just went on there? I didn't, it really caught me off guard, so that was great. But anyway, back to you guys. I'm just rambling on and reading messages.
That was great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions that you?
Yeah. Is this on?
Yeah, it's on.
Are you going to show me? Are we going to see you do something? This isn't on.
No, it's just a black sponge ball.
Are we going to see you do something now, or do you want to go to the clip first and then we come back to you and you perform something? How do you want to play it?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you want to see me do something with Dave right now, or do you want to see a clip of one of the exclusive pieces of content from last night?
Well, there is a slight delay, and we are.
Well, that's okay. There can be a slight delay. We can talk. We can filibust for a while.
I would say we are going to do both anyway, but now it's...
Yeah, we will. But look,
what do you want to see?
Yeah, what do you want to do? Like a thumbs up if you want the me to perform on Dave immediately with immediate effect, or a heart if you want me to run the clip from last night.
There we go. So
it's that simple.
And so tonight we're going to be covering completely different material.
Yeah, well, tonight it's still going to be low-cost, hard-hitting mentalism, but it's going to be for the stage and parlour arenas.
Nice.
Yeah, there's only one old effect on there. One effect that's been, when I say old, it's actually the first effect I released, the Brook test, that is not new on there. The other four effects are completely new and exclusive to this course. They're effects that I've been doing for a year, 2 years, on and off. depending on what the event is and what the specifications are for the event. But there's some interesting stuff. There's stuff there that will tickle you. Even if you're an experienced mentalist, you'll go, oh my gosh, how has that not been thought of before? And I know that because when I came up with it, I was like, this must be in print somewhere. Someone must have done something similar to this, and it hasn't been. And again, low cost. It's going to give you a great degree of impact for next to no money at all.
So with the stage stuff as well, because I know something is, you travel a lot as well. You want it pack small and play big. I know it's a cliche, but is that the sort of tick that sort of box?
Absolutely. And the greatest element of things that are low cost is that you can go to a stationer's and make your show. Obviously, you don't always want that to be the case, because you might want your show to be sort of specifically aesthetically created or have certain elements within your show. But if you are caught short, some of the things that you can do on from the effects tonight, absolutely, you can go and just grab a pad even from the hotel reception.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, pad of paper, pen, you could get away. There's a really good one that I want to tell you about, but I can't really tell you about it because that would spoil.
Tell me after.
Right, so the votes are in.
Yes.
The votes are in.
I can't remember what you said for what, but
thumbs up for an immediate effect and the heart for playing the clip.
Thumbs up.
It's a thumbs up. We're going to do it, guys. Dave, you're having it done to you. How's your memory, my friend?
Good.
What's my name?
Paul.
What's my name? Anyway, that's my name. Ah, damn it,
That's
I missed
your
it.
name.
I'm going to draw a couple of symbols, and I'm going to get you to remember them.
Right.
Right, and these symbols are one inside the other.
Mm.
Do you think you could remember that if I gave you?
I'll try.
I know. I'm slightly worried. I look at some people. Normally they're inebriated, and you think they're not going to remember this. With Dave, it's just you.
I'll be alright.
Oh, the glasses have gone up. It's like rolling the sleeves up. You're ready to fight.
I'm ready.
I'm going to give you as long as you need to remember these two shapes and which one is inside of the other.
Okay.
And when you have had enough time, you will sign this image, and that will mean that you will not be able to look at the image again. So when I say you will have enough time that you require to remember, you will only have that time, but you decide when that
I'm
is.
in charge of that. Okay.
You're the boss of that. Yeah. Can you remember those?
Yes, I can.
Already? That was quick. Don't rush yourself.
Okay.
I know you're on camera.
Yeah.
I know there's a bit of pressure.
Yeah.
You're not used to doing this.
Okay.
Can you remember?
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Got it, yeah.
I want you to sign there just at the bottom, just to confirm. Is that your actual signature?
It is today.
It is today. I want you to hold on to this. You can't look at it anymore, just because you said, and that includes in the monitors. So I'm going to get you to remember it. In fact, if you look at me, we'll hold it up so the guys at home can see it, because I've just completely forgot that. So that's what Dave has to remember. And you can just hold that in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to talk to you in a second. I'm going to try to affect that. I'm going to try to get you to forget what you've just seen.
Okay. Yeah.
And your memories are a bit more sort of plastic than you might not necessarily think they are. So if you think to say your memory of yourself as a child, you might have an idealised view of that, of some aspects, or you might have completely changed it to be horrific. And that's all to do with how you reflect on that memory. Right. Of course, that's over years. I'm going to try to do it over a short space of time. So I'm going to talk to you. It's going to be a bit confusing. You don't need to remember any of this. You just need to listen and accept.
Okay.
Don't, in your head, keep going over the shapes over and over again. Just allow that to sit in the back of your mind. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
I want you to remember that feeling. You know, like when you have something that's on the tip of your tongue. That's right, tip of your tongue. You know, like when you're watching a film, you just can't quite remember the name of it. Like an old black and white film about a plane circling a Bermuda Triangle, and it just gets lost as it's circling it, and it just goes into the mist. The mist sort of descends, and you can't see it. Completely confuses you.
Right.
Or do you drive? Do you drive a car?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when you were learning to drive, and you've got to remember all those different signs and symbols, and you can't quite remember them all. But as you come up to the roundabout, that circle, you see that sign, that inverted, that triangle to give way, and you have to give way. You have to stop, don't you?
Yeah.
And then it's clear. It's just clear.
Yeah.
In your mind, the shapes.
Yeah.
You triangulate down, circling down to that one point where you know for certain what you remember.
Yeah.
And you have those memories, and it feels like they haven't changed. That's how it feels for you right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me the order, but what are the two shapes that you remember?
Triangle and circle.
Okay. So might not have exactly worked, but what order do you remember them?
The circle's in the triangle.
The circle's in the triangle.
Yeah.
That's how you really remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look. No, the triangle was in the circle. So we had some success with altering that memory for you.
You got inside my head, you devious man.
Yes.
That is really cool.
I did more than get inside your head.
Do you know
We'll leave that to us. I love the phrasing of everything. Like, it is
really
beautiful,
good.
yeah.
Thank you.
And the nice thing that you did yesterday as well, which obviously you didn't do Higgs, we didn't have someone else here, was after you sign it, so you've committed yourself, Paul gets someone else to take a photograph of you two together holding the card.
That's at the point where I showed the camera here.
Yeah.
Obviously we don't have that, but if we're in a group of people, all of your friends, you'd have that. You'd be holding that up and say, "Take a selfie."
Yeah.
Sorry, not a selfie. Take a photograph. So you say selfie for photograph. Take a photograph. They take a photograph of you holding that like this, and of course you can't see what's on there, and you're not going to look because you've confirmed that you've signed that, so you're not going to look.
Yeah.
And now here's the best thing at the end when you go no, and you start rubbing like the card and you do all of that. You go, that's not what it was, and all of your friends are going, it was, and they show you the photograph.
Yeah.
And the signature's there. Like, well, you signed it.
Yeah, you signed it,
Yeah,
but they've got photographic evidence of it as well.
Yeah, it's great. It's really, really great.
It's called Mistress Memory.
Yeah, such a powerful routine, and that was from last night's course. So anyone that didn't get the course that purchases it now will get instant access.
They will know how to do that.
Yeah. And it was well over 3 hours, I think, last night's course.
I think, 3 hours 40, I guess.
Yeah, so very good. And
So
that's up there now for you guys to stream or download instantly, and obviously for you to keep forever. So that was only one of the effects.
But I'm now genuinely intrigued to want to go back and look over it. And I love the fact that you do the first night's some sort of more sort of close-up stuff. Tonight's going to be more of the sort of stage stuff. So it's a real mixture. If you don't do any mentalism, I think this is a perfect kind of opportunity to start and get into it. And
even some of the stage stuff that I'm doing tonight, you can apply the principles to close-up if you wanted to. And equally, some of the things that I was doing yesterday for the close-up stuff, you could apply that to a larger parlour setting, and in some cases a stage setting.
brilliant.
I actually like this so much. I'm currently getting new business. I am seriously thinking about having this built into the design of the card.
Oh.
With, you know, your memory has just been changed by.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah.
You know, and I think it's such a strong routine. It's always nice if you're going to hand out a business card to be able to do something with it. And I know we use peak wallets, but for me to have this on the front of your card and have a statement like that, your mind has just been altered by Peter Nardi, then they're going to go, yeah, he did, he done something. Do you know what I mean? It's more than just going, Peter Nardi, the magician you just saw. It's telling them and reminding them of how they felt when they got that card.
And with that photograph as well, as soon as they're taking the photograph, if you're social media savvy, you can say, tag me in the picture.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's not something I necessarily do, but it's an option. You know, if you're into that kind of thing and you want the sort of the pictures of you performing events, yeah, you just say tag me in that photo.
Yeah,
Really
I think it's great. I think it's brilliant. I just think it's great presentation, very simple routine, but it does, and we discussed this, we're not going to go into it now, but we discussed it in full detail with regards to why the change being so subtle has more impact than a major change, i.e. suddenly you're looking at a star and a square.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and we
I
discussed
tried
why.
it all out. I tried out all possibilities when I was coming up with this routine, and it was too unbelievable. People just went, "Oh, you've changed it," and it completely lost all power. You know, in their mind, they were just like, "That's impossible. You cannot alter my mind that much." But everyone has that moment where something tiny changes. It could just be that someone gives you a phone number to remember, or a number, and you can't quite remember one of the digits. That's believable.
Yeah.
But if I said I could completely wipe your thoughts and replace it with another one, it's just too impossible.
I love the scripting. Really is what for me the gold is in that routine as well. It's very well scripted. When you get that, it's a full routine. You get everything you need there to present. And what I like about it is that you're not doing this big reveal, like you say. You're not going, and it's now changed. It's like I've just manipulated you, and I've got inside your head, and that's a small point of what you've done here. It's altering it, but to them they're going, "Oh my God, he can get inside my mind. What's he going to do next?" You know?
Yeah, if he can alter that small thing, what else is he capable of? What small thing can he alter next?
It's the perfect effect. If you're sitting there with someone and they say, "Show me something," you know, if you're just out with people, it's that subtle but very impactful. And the other thing I want to mention as well is anyone that's never done an academy course before, the whole benefit of them is not only Paul showed us the trick and taught us how it was done, but was the fact that we went off in a half-hour conversation about you know, ideas behind it, the subtleties to it, why it works this way, because I know there's a majority of people that are going to go, "Oh, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have it vanish completely off the card." But we dissect all of that and say, well, no, actually, less is more. This is why. You get so much more information on the academies than just trick
It's a fast
explanation.
Look, the reason why that works wasn't just like a few small performances. That was a lot of performances of people going, "Well, now you've obviously changed it," and me playing around with it and having the pain of doing a whole performance and then it falling flat. You know, I've fallen flat. I've gone through the harshness.
I was going to say, you've gone through the hard work, so they haven't got to.
It's literally like, imagine walking up to a jungle when you have a new effect. You're walking up to like a big overgrown jungle and you need to make a path. And the only way to do that sometimes, if you're the person pushing through that for the first time, is you whack your way through, and you're going to get scratches, you're going to get thorns. It's going to be difficult, but hey, walk along the trodden path that I've gone through, because I've got through there. I've made the path nice and easy for you.
It works.
So yeah, but if you ask me on the courses, like, why is it this way? I'll happily tell you all the different failures I've gone through and the reactions it didn't get, or the reaction you're expecting. There's nothing worse than doing something on someone you're thinking this is going to absolutely fry them and blow their mind, and then all of a sudden they go, "Oh."
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people like that just don't get excited about anything anyway.
Yeah. I did. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you.
Couple of comments and stuff. Justin Exley says...
Justin! Oh my gosh. Hey Justin, how you doing? Great to see you, my friend. Well, you're seeing me, not me seeing you, but...
Also, Dean O'Dell says, "I have played around with this style of routine and the scripting, etc. covers a lot of the issues I have had." So,
Dean's a nice guy as well. Hi, Dean.
So, awesome. And Gordon Monroe says, "Gonna have to look at this now. Sounds like my thing." Yeah, it really
absolutely is your thing. I don't fully know you as a person, but it's definitely something that you need in your life.
Nice.
That's called a generic sales pitch.
That's very good. But I'll tell you this, guys, if you've got any questions that we can answer on this live, then please get them in. But we are going to go and take a look at a video now.
From last night.
And what's this effect called?
This effect is called Sharp Prediction. And a few of the guys were asking, pre this event, how does some of these materials that you've sort of given the synopsis of, how do they look in the real world? Well, you can actually see how they look in the real world on this video. Roll VT.
Let's go.
I don't normally get a round of applause for doing close-up stuff. It doesn't normally work like that. Would you mind coming up and join me? Thank you very much. What's your name?
Tim.
Like we've never met before. I know.
No.
We haven't set anything up though, just for the people at home. So this could be in a walk-around setting. I want you to think of something you could draw for me.
Yep.
Don't say what it is. Make it something that most people would recognise, that you could draw, say, within 10 seconds. And literally, if we showed everyone, they'd know what it is.
Yeah.
No aerial views of the Eiffel Tower or anything like that. Okay. Do you have something in mind?
I do.
I'm going to get you to draw it, make it nice and large on there. And when you finish, let me know. When you finish, blow on it and hold it like this. If you don't blow on it first, you'll get black ink all over that black t-shirt. Okay, I'll face the other way. I can hear you blow. I'm conscious as well that there are monitors around, and again, I'm going to tell you how I do this in a second. There's no point in me cheating. All done?
Yep.
I'm going to turn around, make sure I can't see it.
Yep.
I'm going to take it, but don't show me.
Okay.
I'm going to place it in there and get you to hold on to my wallet for me.
Okay.
I know how much is in there.
Really? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it's not much, it's just cards. All cards. We're going to do this in 2 steps, really. I'm going to get you to think about the basic shapes of your image first, and then we're going to go on to sort of any detail, but don't say if there is any or not. Don't give me any clues. I want you to, first of all, think about the basic shapes that make up your image. I don't know if you've ever seen how people draw sort of nets of animations, you know, like Walt Disney characters or Mickey Mouse, and they go like with a circle for the body, circle for the head, 2 circles for the ears, and then like a cone for the nose. Okay. Do you know that kind of thing? Yeah. Could you do this with your image? Yeah. I want you to imagine it between us, like it's in a frame. Yeah. See it there, and you're just going to look at me. I'm going to be looking at your eyes. It's going to take about 10-20 seconds. Might get a bit uncomfortable, but just bear with me. You ready? Yeah. Just there. And whatever you do, please don't go tracing it. Don't do any of this. It's not needed. It's just going to interrupt it. Ready? Yeah. Go. Getting some basic shapes. I just need a card. I'm going to get you to focus. You can keep me honest. I'm going to take this card, I'm going to hold it there. I want you to look, imagine your image on there. I'm going to bring it closer. Now it's the detail that I want you to focus on. If there's writing, fine aspects to this, that's what I want you to focus on. I'm going to bring it closer. As I bring this card closer, imagine the image getting bigger and bigger and bigger, like you're stretching it on a phone screen, I guess. And it can even get bigger than the card itself, okay? I'm going to look at your eyes, but you're going to be looking here. You ready? Yeah. Go. Oh, yeah, much better. Much better. You needed a little focal point, I think. Oh. Yes. Sorry if that was uncomfortable. No. No, not particularly. Good. You like being stared at by strange men?
Oh, no problem with it.
Yeah, great. I like it. So yeah, I got no problem with it at all.
All women.
All women, that's fine. Yeah, no, I'm definitely a man though. So I had an idea of what you may draw. I'm going to give you the card to hold. Hold on to those for me, but don't look at it just yet. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh. Let's have a look at what you did draw. So you drew a house. And just for the people at home, a house? Yeah. What made you choose a house? Because you could have drawn anything.
I've no idea. It was just a...
It felt random.
Quick, yeah, just a quick...
Have a look at what I drew.
A house.
A house. But I tell you what, it's not random. It feels random. But we're influenced by things all around us. In fact, the pen that you've just put down, the pen that you used to draw that image with, pick it up. Have a look at the barrel. What does it say?
Draw a house.
It does say draw a house.
It does.
Try not to be so influenced next time. Thanks very much. Cheers. I'll take it for the explanation. Cheers. Thank you.
So there we have it. That was a clip from last night's Academy, and it's not too late to join us on tonight's Academy as well. For information on that, head over to our site, alakazam.co.uk. I'm sure one of you guys will drop the link below.
I've already dropped the link.
There you go.
Do it again.
Pete's popped it down there, and he'll do it again.
Hopefully you can see the calibre of the type of material that's shared on these 2-day courses. I mean, it's a pretty strong effect to have someone drawing essentially written on the barrel of a pen that they've just been using. You know, it's a strong effect and a real big kicker to any drawing duplication.
No, I'm getting into mentalism more and more each day.
Please don't.
I am. Trust me. No, don't worry. You've got nothing to be afraid of, mate. Don't be afraid.
It's the height, and you've got hair.
Yeah, well, I'm coming for you.
I'm coming for you.
No, I am. No, I'm not coming for it. No, what I mean is I am getting into it more and more each day. And it's seeing stuff like this is really opening up my mind to, like, you know...
the possibilities.
Yeah, absolutely. It really is. And as I was saying earlier, this course as well, you can save a tenner on it if you get in early. Because after tonight, it goes back to the normal price. But why not? If you're in tonight and you thought you were out, come and join us.
Do you know, for me, it's not even about saving a tenner, because you're going to get way more than at full price. You're going to get way more than your money's worth on this course for sure. Even as a hobbyist, some of the things, the real big thing that I think is worth getting on board today for is to ask me questions live. Literally anything that you want to know, mentalism, that is potentially a struggle for you. It might be a little speed bump, a little hurdle that you've got to get over in your mentalism, or something you're not comfortable with in mentalism, and you want my take on it. You know, I've been through the mill a few times. I'll happily share any of my thoughts and knowledge.
And as you said yesterday on the trade shows, you ended up going for 15 minutes on
on the previous Alakazam Live course, did we find out what that one was called, Peter?
It was
usable close-up mentalism.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was. On that one, there were so many questions. I think I must have got like 50 questions or something, and just we had to do speed rounds because the level of questions. But there was lots of information given there, so that's also worth picking up.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's nice.
Who's that by? Rich.
Rich.
So what was
Rich Relish.
Tell us a bit about that book then.
So we've had a comment saying make sure you read. This is for Dave. Make sure you read Paul's Alchemical Tools. Well, I've got a book called The Alchemical Tools. It's essentially a book about how to turn your basic magic or mentalism into something actually quite powerful and have a kick. Some people may know how I did the effect with you earlier, and they may perform it in a way that doesn't really get impact. But as you saw from the performance, it felt like it had impact. You felt engaged, you enjoyed it. Now, bringing that level of interaction is really what good, strong, solid entertainment is about. Not always, but definitely a lot of the time. So this book, The Alchemical Tools, it's a 400-page softbound book, and it talks you through the psychological ways to get to better, stronger entertainment. My background is as a psychologist. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know that.
No, but yeah. So I used to be a professional psychologist, and then moved into more mentalism. And so I'm talking from a sort of position of not necessarily authority in an authoritative "you must listen to me" standpoint, but I do know what I'm talking about regarding some aspects of the human mind.
Wow.
I can't know it all. It's a big thing for such a small space. But yeah, so in that book, I think I only teach 4 effects in the entire book.
Wow, yeah, but
the theory in there,
yeah,
people really like, and it really touched a chord and sort of filled a little bit of a niche that seemed to be there.
And where can people, i.e. myself, get that?
That is direct from me.
Which is?
www.heknows.co.uk.
Cool. Awesome, man. Fantastic. And thank you for that recommendation, Rich, as well.
It's worth a read. I'll do you one for like the usual price.
A bit more. People normally say, I'll sort you out. It's 10 or more than normal price. No, that's awesome, mate. Anything, Pete, you would like to cover before we start saying goodbyes?
Not really, just to ask everyone to sign up for tonight's course. Obviously support the Alakazam Academy because it's here for you. Support Paul Brook because it is a fantastic course. The moment you purchase it, you will get last night's course delivered directly into your account, and you can join us live tonight. Like Paul said, there's a chat room there as well that you can get involved in. And even if you can't make tonight, if you book it today, you're going to get it at the early bird price, and it's yours to stream, download and keep forever. Okay, so it's not something that once it's played, it's over. You can go back and learn from this as much as you like. And the real gold in the academies are not just the tricks. I mean, the tricks are great, but it's the information you get, the conversations that happen during the academies, and the sort of conversations are led usually by you guys in the chat room. We take your information, we take your questions, we ask Paul, and then we discuss them. I might have ideas, whoever's hosting might have ideas, so you're getting a whole wealth of information coming through to you, and it's just a really great thing. So I really hope we can see you there tonight, because it's going to be a great course. And if you have a look at the bag that Paul came in with, if that's got your stage stuff in as well, I mean, you're carrying a bag that's sort of this big, and you've got your whole close-up set and your stage set in it.
That had all of my things for staying overnight in a hotel in as well,
It's amazing.
I could literally have walked in with just stuff in my pocket.
Right.
But because I was teaching it, I had like sort of extra props and things like that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to throw you a curveball, guys.
Oh, here we go.
I've got a new book that I'm writing, and I would like to offer for anyone who gets on board before today. If they get on, sorry, not before today and today, all the people that sign up, one of you lucky guys is going to get a free copy of my book when it comes out. These guys didn't even know that was going to happen.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, and this is a new book. It's been over a year in the making, fully illustrated. It's 200 to 300 pages long, depending on the final edit. It's going to be out probably late October. Oh, I did want it by the end of this month, but that's just not going to work. So yeah, so
thank you very much.
No, you're very welcome, guys. And so that's for anyone. If you sign up before the course starts today, Pete will give me a list of those names. We'll choose one at random, and when the book is released, I will send it to you. Obviously, don't harangue me saying the book hasn't arrived yet before it's been released.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I do really good mentalism and magic, but I'm not that good.
Well, that's really kind of you, man.
You're very welcome.
That. And yeah, there you go, guys. What more of an opportunity and chance to get involved. So go grab your ticket.
And I want to do that from my heart. But I genuinely appreciate everyone that gets on board with my creations and likes what I do and follows my work and supports me. So yeah, by supporting me, I just want to give one of you guys something back.
Brilliant.
Well, I think that brings us towards the end of this impromptu live. Thank you for joining us from wherever you're watching us. All that's left to say is a huge thank you to yourself, Paul.
Thank you very much
For your generosity.
Yeah, maybe you can make one of my courses one of the days, or just even watch it.
Possibly. No, I will watch it. I will watch it.
You were sort of watching last night.
Yeah, I was a bit. Yeah, I was. Yeah. So no. There's a lot to watch and do, but I got to tell you this: I am now, and Pete will clarify, really getting into mentalism. It's something that I'm enjoying and I'm soaking up. At the moment, I'm looking at the back over Mark Paul's stuff.
Oh, Mark Paul's great, my favourite mentalist.
And I kid you not, I will be definitely looking at your stuff. So next time you come, I might even come and host it.
You're a fun character. And I think you'll do well in mentalism. Mentalism needs more fun in it. Too many people take mentalism very sort of in a solemn way, and you don't have to be so solemn about it. You can be serious and fun at the same time. You can do both. It's not mutually exclusive.
No, that's great.
And I think you can bring that level of sort of fun to it.
Oh, yeah, intriguing. And yeah, so we'll talk off camera anyway. But thank you for joining us.
Will we?
Well, we will. And I will see you. Well, Paul will see you this evening.
See you later, guys.
Bye-bye.
On day 1 we will look at walk around and close-up mentalism. On day 2 we're going to look at stage and parliamentalism. All of the things that you will need for this course essentially will be low cost, or things that you can buy at a stationery store, or you may already own them. Plus, I'm going to be sharing some things I've never shared with the mentalism community before. You will see it here first. And because of the live aspect of the Alakazam Academy, you can ask me questions as I'm lecturing so that you can find out exactly what you need to know. See you on the course.